I happened to come across it, and there was actually this text message between my Aunt Tracy and my Uncle Jamie. When I went to have my labs done for the last time to know that if I was for sure, after I had my chemo, if I was cancer-free or not, Jamie texted my Aunt Tracy and said, "How was Karmen's numbers?" And Tracy texted back and said, "Karmen wishes she knew the lab lost her blood. They are actually just called and they're going to have to draw it again." And Uncle Jamie said, "This is the best part. Tell her that's because God's working his miracle and the test is going to be great." So they did that test, and sure enough, I was cancer free.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
So like I said, that's not the only thing. And stuff I'm going to tell tonight is stuff that, my family sitting around the room might not even know about me. There are only two people that know these things about me, and that's my mama. She's not here anymore to tell it, and God, and that's it. But I'm telling it because cancer's not the only thing that I've struggled with. So that was when I was 15. After that, I had a boyfriend, and we, at the time I had cancer. He started dating me when I was bald. So I'm thinking in my head as a teenage girl, I'm thinking I'm bald. I ain't got no hair. Nobody's gonna like me. So I was doing whatever it took to make somebody like me. And so you see God work this miracle in me, but I still, even though I was the way I was and believed what I did when I had cancer, I still got away from that. That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I knew that God still loved me, but I went away from it. And that happens. You go down the wrong path sometimes. But it's up to you to fix it, turn back around.
Yeah.
So, I smoked weed here and there because I thought it was cool. It helped me fit in, right? I drank. My mom and dad, they could come at home or at my friend's house, safe and sound, and I'm out lucky to not be dead somewhere. Truthfully, my parents have no idea. Because I just wanted to fit in so bad I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
So I did that for a long time, and then, when I got pregnant with my son, truthfully, that was another God thing. He sent access to me for one to say, they told you could never have kids, and here you are having kids, but also to save me from the life I was living.
Yeah.
Because I drank from sun up to sundown.
I'm
Drove like that, worked like that. That was my go-to.
Yeah.
And, there's no excuse for it. I'm not ashamed of it because, like I said, everything I'm telling you right now, the man who judges me, he knows God, so I don't care. So I got pregnant with my son. When that test said positive, it was over. I knew I had to get my life together. I had somebody depending on me. And, just like God told me I was going to be okay, 5 years before that, he's telling me now, I'm giving you something to live for. I'm giving you something, that you thought you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And so I had accent, and I did okay for a while. And that's the thing is, I went to church, but it was more like, hey, who's going to church today? Like I text my family, hey, who's going to church today? If they went to church, I went to church because it made my conscience feel good. I'm going to church, so I'm doing good, right? On Sunday, going to church. So that's how I did for a really long time. Had my son, and almost 2 years after I had my son, my mom passed away. Broke my heart. It's my best friend. Truthfully, my very best friend. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that's one of those moments where you're like, the flesh and you can't help but say, God, why? If you knew her, she's the best thing on earth. Like, why? Why would you do that? You hurt so many people. So, that's one of those tests of faith type things.
Yeah.
That's where you choose to believe, she's in a better place. If I do, if I sit and I follow you like she did, and I'm going where she's going. So, but the flesh in me couldn't do that. It was God, why? I remember waking up the morning that they told me that she was gone. They told me I was upset. I got up out of bed, and there Axie's little smile was. He didn't know no better. He's not even 2 yet. He didn't know no better. And I looked at him, and I just thought, I gotta hang on, I gotta do right for him. And I have to teach him, just like my mom always tell me, you need to get that baby up, you need to get him ready, he needs to go to church, and y'all need to be doing what you're supposed to do. You need to, you need to have him in church, he needs to learn about God, you need to learn about God. She told me that, and I listened, but also sometimes things go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
So I would say about 2 to 3 months after my mama passed away, if you know me, I'm a family person, so my mom and daddy, that's my heart. They ain't the best mom and daddy, they always been the best mom and daddy, but that's my heart. At the end of the day, they're my mom and daddy, and they do right now.
Yeah.
They had a long road before, and 2 or 3 months after she passed away, my daddy was having a really hard time. My brother, my mama, she's got some health issues she's been having since my mama passed away. It's just something we kind of kept to ourselves. I never tried to act on it, but I did. Even with the babysit at the foot of my bed, contemplated taking pills to kill myself. I sat there and thought, if I took all that, what would happen? What would I do? Would it work? And, I struggled with anxiety bad after my mama passed away. It started before I was pregnant with Axton, but it was bad after my mama passed away. It was just one of those things where, like, you're so numb because of everything that's, what else can I do? And the truth of the matter is I should have turned to God. But instead, that pill bottle was sitting right there, and that's how the devil does things.
Yeah.
That pill bottle's right there.
Yeah.
You don't got to say nothing, you just got to pick it up and, but that's how he works. Just like, with the anxiety, anxiety's a head thing.
Yeah.
And I've talked to Zach about this before. The devil, he uses certain things to get to us. And your mind, that's not something you have to go out and get. That's not something that you can take out and put over here. That's something right here.
Yeah.
And that's the devil, that's the easiest thing for him to go to is your mind.
Yeah.
And to tell you whatever it is he wants you to hear. But like he said, even though there's a storm, you have to keep praising.
Yeah.
So even though that's going on in your head, you have to keep looking. Because the devil's loud, but I promise you, God's back there, and he can be louder.
Yeah.
You have to look for that though. You can't just
Yeah.
sit and listen. You have to put in some effort.
Yeah.
You have to think out. And so when I'm sitting there thinking about killing myself, I did. I sat there, and I kept thinking about Axton. And I'm thinking, what would that do to my baby? What would that leave him with? And I've been through all this stuff, and I've made it. I made it through cancer. God brought me through that. Why would I take myself out?
Yeah.
So I didn't do it. Matter of fact, I got up and threw the pill bottle in the trash can to prove to myself I would not do that. That would not be what took me out.
Amen.
Not today.
Praise God.
So then I started, coming to church and stuff because I'm like, I really do need to get back. I need to get back in church. I need to grow a relationship with God. And I came for a little bit and I quit. I had my daughter, and when I had my daughter, Miranda helped out keeping the kids alive, especially because when I brought my daughter home, my son was having seizures. I found taking him to the doctor. So he started staying with Miranda, and on Saturday nights sometimes he would stay, and he would go to church on Sunday mornings. He loved going to church. And he would come home, he'd be like, Mommy, you go to church? Mommy, you go to church? And I'm like, oh, I'm tired, I don't feel like that, I have to work, And it just took him saying it so many times. So I'm like, you know what? I feel bad. Miranda's taking my kids to church, I'm going to take my kids to church. So I started coming back. And I kept hearing him here and there. We want more, we want more. And I'm sitting there thinking, more what? What do we want more of? More songs? More Bible verses? More preaching? More what? More children's church? I'm confused. But I just sat back there, and I've told him before, worship music, it gets to me every time. I fall apart every time. If you ever watch me, I'll cry like a little baby. It gets to me every time. I can't help it. So I remember the very first time I was sitting right there, and I said, well, I want more too. He wants more, I want more.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, I want more. I want more. Tell me what I need to do. I want more. And I kept fighting, you know, that anxiety I still got a little bit. It's like, don't you dare put your hands up, don't you dare do that. Everybody's gonna look at you, think you're crazy, they're gonna laugh at you, don't do it. And I said, you know what, forget it. And I stuck them up real fast.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I felt like I could fall to the ground. I mean,
Praise God.
everything that was here was gone.
Praise God.
And that's how it works.
Yeah.
And you know, some things aren't as easy as just letting go. But truth, you have to believe it too. You can't just say, God, I want more.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Him just give you more.
Come on,
That's
that's
not
right.
how it works.
Yeah.
You have to say, God, I want more, and I'm willing to give up this relationship to get more.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give up this social media to get more.
Come on.
I'm willing to give up these songs I like to get more.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
I'm willing to give up whatever it is. And I'm telling you now, to this day, I pray almost every day, every night, every morning, whatever, going down the road. God, whatever it is keeping me from getting more,
Yeah.
show me.
Yeah.
It's gone. Show me what is holding me back from more. And when you get more, you can't stop. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
Come on.
It truly is.
Hey,
I
yeah.
thought the first time, you know, I put my hands up back there, and it changed my whole life, literally. And then, you know, that made me start wanting to come on Wednesdays because I was so hungry. I was like, I cannot make it from Sunday to Sunday without going. I just can't. And so, matter of fact, that first Sunday I held my hands up, and, you know, I called Tay at work on Tuesday, and I'm like, Tay, I can't even work today. She's like, what do you mean can't work? I'm like, I can't even function. Like, I just want to go to church. I know that sounds crazy, but I just want to go to church. Like, I just want to be there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to tell anybody because they'll probably think I'm crazy, but truthfully, I called my boss and I'm like, I'm sick, I gotta go home. I couldn't help it, I had to. I couldn't stand it no more. I was in work, trying to work, and I felt like I was gonna fall over if I didn't get out and go to church. So I get out, get in my car, and I just keep playing the same songs that I listened to on Sunday. I just kept playing them. And I just kept saying, God, I want more. I just want more.
Wow.
I went to Shabbat, and that was because I knew, you know, I've watched these kids go and come back and be different people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, I want to experience that. I know it's for kids, but, you know, I'm not that old. So I'm okay. I'm sitting back. You know, and it didn't work out the best, you know, that I thought it would. But I did see Jackson change his life. Is sometimes that's how it works. And if one person gets it, that's better than none.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So, you know, after that, I came home a little upset and disappointed. But that Sunday when we come back, I felt okay. I felt better here because I'm like, you know, I feel like I'm getting something. I feel it.
Yeah.
And then I saw about the school having revival. So then here I am, because, you know, I ain't gonna tell you I'm no saint, because I'm not. I started looking up what's revival. What's revival? I looked up. I told Zach I watched thousands of YouTube videos, TikToks. I mean, I was like obsessed with it. I wanted to know what it was, how it happened, why can't I have that, where do I go to get it? And like I told Zach, I tagged him in a post and said, let's go. Shabbat didn't give us what we wanted, let's go. And if I didn't have kids and work, oh, absolutely, I would drop everything I had and gone. I would have. I really would have. Because that's what happens when you say you want more and you start putting an effort and God's putting an effort, y'all going together.
Yeah.
You can't stop. So then after I saw that, it's like every day I come in here and sometimes I don't want to go and I'm like, I'm lazy. And I'm like, gosh, I just don't want to go today. I'm late because y'all know I'm late all the time. I'm late. So I'm like, I just don't want to go. I'm already 2 minutes late, forget it. But I'm like, no, you know what? Because I want more. So at the end of the day, it don't matter if I'm 20 minutes late, I want more and I'm going to get more however I can get it.
Come on. That's right.
And I do. I come in here to get more.
Yes.
And that's something you can't sit on the fence about. You can't want more today, but not want more tomorrow. Because if you do, then you're not really, you never even got the more in the first place.
Right.
Because once you start getting that more, you can't stop it.
Right.
And you know, there's little things like, you know, anxiety and stuff like that that get in your head. They try to pull you back. Like I said, the devil, that's his quickest way. And when he sees you going somewhere where he knows he can't touch you, he does whatever he can to get you back where he's at.
Right.
And I've been right there beside him, sitting with him, trust and believe that I have. And if you think just because you're right there sitting with him that God won't bring you back, you think wrong.
That's
because he
right.
will.
Yes, he will.
Until you're dead and gone and you're in hell, he's not giving up on you.
No.
So don't give up on yourself.
That's right.
Right.
But he can't do it on his own. You have to be willing to put in some effort too.
Yes.
And say, God, I want more.
Yes.
And mean it.
Yes.
And do something out of your comfort zone that you feel like everybody's going to look at you like you're crazy. Because I promise you, the ones that want more and is coming for more and they're hungry, please put your hands up.
Yeah.
I want you to feel what I feel.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Because I want the revival.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes revival takes maybe more than just me. Maybe just more than me and Zach.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to, I want you to want more, because then if you want more and you want more and you want more and everybody wants more, then y'all think that school is good. It might be good in Forest City, North Carolina, because revival is not, it's not in one area.
Yeah.
God doesn't just show up in Kentucky.
Right.
He shows up everywhere.
Yes.
Even in this small town friendly. He'll show up right here, right now.
Yes.
But we have to want it and we have to go for it.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's relationships. You gotta be willing to give it up, because I've said it 100 times. God, whatever it is that keeps me from getting more,
Yeah.
show me.
Yeah.
Remove it from my life. Help me get more.
Yeah.
And you know, like my anxiety, that holds me back a lot, but I fight it every day. That's one thing about, you know, your mind. Like I said, you can't get rid of it. So it's something you fight every day. You can't help that. And it's the devil's easiest tool for you. But you have to, just like I've talked to Zach about it 100 times, and this is nothing to be, I'm not throwing shade at nobody, trust and believe it or not. But in the Bible, it never says, take this pill at this time, this many times a day, or this many times a week, and your anxiety will be better. Don't say that. It says, cast all your fears and anxieties on him.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to say, this pill at this time, this day, and this and this and this is not going to happen. But I couldn't just say, I'm going to throw this pill bottle away, God, I don't want to have anxiety anymore, and bam, it's done. It don't work like that. I had to put in the effort. I had to put in the effort to fight it off. And, you know, I might be crazy, but sometimes that effort is looking in the mirror and saying, Karmen, you're okay, you got this, God's got this, we're going to be good. We got it, don't stress. Even like tonight, I'm sitting there going on the road, I'm like sweating, I'm like, can't do this, I can't do this, there's going to be too many people there. I walked in, there's like 5 people there, I'm like, oh gosh, this is too many people. But you know, sometimes you have to fight against that, because that's the devil trying to, you know,
Yeah.
he's trying to take away from what you got going on.
Yeah.
And I do believe that there is, after all I've been through, because I've only got you bits and pieces, trust and believe every day of my life is testimony. But I truly believe that when you make it through the things that I have as far as cancer and, you know, thinking about suicide, no, I never acted on it, but I definitely thought about it. Suicide and, you know, losing people close to you and, you know, tearing you apart, and you ask you why. Stuff like that, when you've been through things like that, you know, you have to find something.
Yeah.
And, you know, I told my mama this, my mom was not in any, not in any way, shape, or form ready to die. I can say that. I'm sure of it. She knows it. She told me that yesterday. You know, this is her daddy that passed away yesterday. And I told her, I said, Mama, I know that Mama was not my mama. She's not my daddy. But the only thing that gets me through every single day is knowing that I've sat and worked to know that I'm doing right and I'm living my life right for God,
Yeah.
and that one day I'll be with her again.
Yeah.
Yep.
That gets me through every single day.
Yeah.
And you know, when my grandpa passed away yesterday, not once in 24 hours yet have I said, God, why? All I said is, God, let me know I'll see him soon. I didn't ever ask for it. So, almost 3 years ago, when my mama died, that's all I could ask is, God, why? But now, I haven't said it one time. I haven't even thought it. Because at the end of the day, I know that everybody has a plan. It hurts, but God knows that that hurt's coming.
Yeah.
He already planned it. And it's part of life. It's how it happens. One day we're all going to be getting up.
Yeah.
But you got to choose where you're going.
Come on.
You got to get off the fence and
Come
pick.
on.
you know, heaven or hell. You can't have both. You can't have a cake and eat it too. You can't. So you have to pick. You're the only one that can pick for you. I cannot pick that I want Madison and Zach and Brittany and Kason and Liz. I want them to go to heaven and forget about the rest. It don't work like that. And I can't sit and want it for you. If you don't want it, then it's no good.
That's right.
You know, I can come in here and I can love all of you, but I can't take you with me.
Yeah.
But I'm going. It's up to you. You're going.
Right.
It's up to you to tell the devil no and, you know,
Yeah.
do what you're supposed to do. And live your life for God. Whether that means quit listening to that rap music you like, that you think sounds cool. Whether that means, you know, give up your friend that likes to do, you know, like witchcraft and stuff, like whatever, you gotta give it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not throwing shade because I don't know about anybody, so I'm just telling you that you gotta give it up. You know, and I get, you know, I'm not saying alcohol's bad, but I mean, maybe you do it, everybody has their own opinion, but you know, you can't sit and drink your life away either and then expect to go to heaven. It don't work like that, you know? So, I don't mean to say my name's toes, but you know, you have to get off the fence. And I can truthfully say that I have lived almost my whole 26 years on the fence. But in the last year, I'm confident. If God was to kill me right now, right this second, I know where I'm going. And there's no doubt in my mind. And I'm telling you, there's no better feeling.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no better feeling than being in here and getting more. Finally feeling what that more is, not looking at Zach thinking he's crazy, what's the more is he talking about? Finally you're like, yes, Zach, more. Keep saying it, more,
Yeah.
more, more.
Yeah.
When you start feeling that, you can't stop. And, you know, that feeling alone, I mean, what I'm telling you, if you felt it, you felt it. And if you're looking at me like I'm crazy, it's because you ain't felt it.
Yeah.
Truthfully. And you know that song that says, our praise seems outrageous and bold? Yeah, people think I'm crazy sometimes.
Yes.
But I'm like, if you could just feel what I feel, I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's nothing, there's no pill, there's no drug, there's no beer, there's no nothing that can make you feel the way that does. There's nothing in this world that can make you feel whole and happy
Yeah.
the way that God does. I mean, truthfully, I'm a freaking basket case, and I'm up here talking to y'all about this. I'm talking about yesterday. I mean, but truthfully, because the whole way here, I'm saying, God, I need to get up there. I need to talk to these people. There's got to be at least one person in there that's going to hear what I'm saying. It's going to change. Maybe it's going to change their life. Maybe they're going to sit, and after I'm done talking, they're going to hear a song, and they're going to say, well, heck, I want more. And they're going to fall to their knees. Maybe there's somebody in here that is going to be struggling with anxiety tomorrow night. Devil's sitting and telling them to kill themselves. And they're going to remember that I said, God's still in there, listen to them.
Yes.
He's still there, listen.
Yes.
And you know, for me, I don't know what everybody struggles with. Some people I do, some people I don't. But, you know, sometimes when you're dealing with suicide thoughts and anxiety, you have to have people that fight for you too. You have to have people that go to God for you.
Yes.
And say, God,
Yep.
Kason, sorry, calling you out. God, when Kason, you know, has had his issues, and Miranda's texted me, I preached to y'all, didn't I? My nurses tore up. But I said, God, you know how far he's came. You know what you have put in place for his life. You've seen the work you've done. I don't care what he's thinking right now. What I'm telling you is we gotta fix it. What do I do to help? How many people does it take praying? And I'm not saying I know Mom's prayer works better than any prayer, but I'm telling you, when I prayed for that boy, I prayed and begged God.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
Yes.
whatever it is, let him hear your voice. Let him just hear you say one thing, Casey, you're gonna be okay. Just let him hear it, and when he hears it, it's gonna click. He's gonna, oh, I'm good. Let's go. He's gonna be fine. And I just kept saying it and saying it. And I pray, you know, a lot of my family, ever since my mom passed away, and then even now, my daddy, if you know my daddy, I pray for him every day. My daddy struggles bad.
Yes.
Not just with, you know, he has health issues, obviously. But he struggles too with, losing my mama. And I pray for him all the time. Like, God, just let him hear you. Let him see you. Let him see that you are real and you're there.
Yeah.
No matter how far away he is, you're still there.
Yeah.
And if he can see you, then he'll realize that, all these heart attacks and stuff that he's lived through, you have a purpose for his life. Show him what it is.
That's
Yeah.
right, that's right.
And we have to be those kind of people. If you want more and you want revival, you have to be those kind of people that you pray for people. You see how far gone they are, but you're still praying for them because they still have opportunity.
Come on.
And I'm going to tell you, that's one thing I love about this church. Because it don't matter who you are, what you did through, and what you did, you can still walk through these doors and get what you need.
Come on.
That's right.
Come on, man.
I will never judge an alcoholic or, a druggie or this person or that person, never. Because I'm telling you, God don't care if you are this, that, or the third, or you're me, or, a saint. He don't care.
Yeah.
He loves us all the same. Until they're dead and gone, there's opportunity and there's a chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing that really hurts my heart, I'm going to put it out there tomorrow. Get started now, I'm getting on cue. I told you I was going to be no
Come on,
preacher.
man. Come on.
I told you I was going to be a big preacher, but, I can't stand for somebody to count out an addict.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you count somebody out? I don't care if they've been on drugs for 20-something years.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is 1 day, 1 second, 1 minute
Come on.
of prayer,
Yes.
and their lives change.
Yes.
That's all it takes. It does not matter how many times they've started and stopped.
Come on.
The right prayer at the right time, and it's over with.
That's right.
I mean, you can't count them out. No matter how bad they did, you can't count them out. Now, I don't mean we gotta, love them, be right up beside them. But, we can pray for them and we can hope they'll change their life.
Yeah.
And we should do that for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should, hold on, let me, no, I got one more thing. This is another thing that I saw the other day that really got to us. May Jesus be our first priority and our last resort.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna end it with this little speech. So, I saw that, let's see, today is Friday, Thursday. I saw that Wednesday morning on my way to work, or before I left work. May Jesus be our first priority, not our last resort. Back in the day, if I was sick, or if my mama was going through a surgery, or if my daddy had a heart attack, what am I doing? Praying. But guess what? That's because that's my last resort.
Yeah.
But instead, now that I've wanted more, and I've found more, and I keep asking for more, I don't just pray when it's bad.
Yeah.
You don't just pray when it's bad. You pray all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
You don't just praise when it's good. You praise all the time.
Yes. Come on.
Because like that song said, you're good to me.
Yeah.
No matter what, He is good to you. Always. Every day that you wake up with breath in your lungs, He is good to you.
Yes.
So you can't just praise Him when things are going smooth, when life's a cakewalk. You have to praise Him all the time, and you have to pray even when things aren't bad. You have to pray and just say, God, thank you for waking me up today. God, thank you for, whatever. Thank you for my promotion. Thank you for being there for me. God, thank you for all that you've done in my life.
Yeah.
If you're not even thanking Him for what He's done in your life, He literally sent His only Son to die
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
And you can't even say thank you for everything you've done for me.
My.
Just a few words.
Yeah.
He put His Son on a cross for us, and you can't even give Him a few words. You can't
Yeah.
say thank you. That don't make no sense.
No.
Because every day that you wake up, you're blessed, and you should be thankful for that.
That's right. That's right.
Every day that you have your family here breathing and living healthy, you should be thankful for that.
Yes.
Literally the smallest things, you should be thankful.
Yep.
And like I said, you gotta pray, and you gotta believe. You have to want more. You can't just say, God, I want more, and He just hand it to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes lifting those hands, getting a little bit out of your comfort zone, jumping off that fence and getting on that one side,
Yeah.
and staying there. And, have fun on that one side.
Yeah.
Do the things that make you uncomfortable, because sometimes if you do the things that make you uncomfortable, you'll realize how much it changes your life.
Yeah.
Everything that is good doesn't always come when you're comfortable. Sometimes you have to get uncomfortable to
That's
exercise. But I'm telling you, when I raised my hands for the first time, I didn't even think about it now. My hands are going up.
Yeah.
It's not even, like, I don't have to sit and think and talk myself into it. Like, that day, I was trying, I just said, forget it, I'm putting them up. What's gonna hurt? And when I put them up, it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
And it has been ever since.
Yes.
But, you know, you have to want that for yourself. You gotta get off that fence and decide, which way do you wanna go? Do you
Yeah.
really want more? We're all here tonight saying we want more,
Yeah.
right? Do you really? Or you're just here because your friends here? Or you're just here because, you know, whatever? Or do you really want more?
Yeah.
Because if you want more, right now, in just a second, whatever, well, right now, best time and place. There is no set time and place to want more. So when you want it, start going for it.
That's right.
Stop waiting on somebody to tell you, come on, let's want more. Because Zach can sit up here and say, I want more, but he's the only one wanting it. He's the only one wanting it, if he's the only one saying it and going for it. He can't want it for you. You have to want it for yourself.
Yeah.
And no matter where you're at in life, like I said, the person that's sitting down here with the devil in hell, waiting to die and go to hell,
Yeah.
God can still pick them up and bring them.
Yes.
So, no matter what you want more, get it, and he's there. He's just waiting on you.
Yes. Amen.